Have you? They serve, but you. I can play turning root to aid you. You need own to the foot. Then it's summon me. Ah, I bequeath. Use it will summon torrent. Treat him with. Shall I turn? Let my hand share them with. This way, tarnished. A play I am the wit. I'd heard tanned upon the talk, thou art but to call forth. Ah, I was entrusted by torrents. 'Tis a best summon them, the spirits, now it is thy.
You there. Could you help us out, Cully? You were just... Thank you. I was pushed and I ended up... Oh, when they... And so this is all I hope... Or... Anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height, servant to the True Order, and... Blast! You wretched tarnished! I am Kenneth Height, and I have seen quite enough. Yeah, my men! All their true. Why have you done this? Right this way. Right this way.
Ooh, hello, Shadow.
How it is.
What it is I finished the anime Berserk. Crash. Essentially, a lot of people like Berserk on IMDb is like an 8.7. It was like a 6 at best. Hot take.
Well, I finally got to hear Shallan's last big secret, maybe. Although, obviously, by the time they revealed it, it was pretty obvious
What was that?
that Pattern was not her original Sprin.
And I will tell you, no spoilers, but there is another level to the story.
Of course there is.
But yeah. Yeah, it was. Her whole backstory I find to be a little bit of a mess. Not I guess like maybe like a tiny bit a little bit in terms of like how exactly did this come to be, because there's not really at least I don't remember like a really great explanation for some of the stuff that happened with her backstory. And like certain things happen where you're like, well, if that happened back then, where are the repercussions now?
Everyone who only to have that, did you know of Island? You were heading to entice while that, but I don't know. It's scary. I want to know nothing.
And surprising no one, as it turns out, Maya can talk. Eventually.
I will say it kind of surprised me. I guess not that she like, because obviously they were up to it with the whole like she started to react to Adolin. But I do think it's odd that like in the next book there is no one else that does what Adolin did. I guess that's probably not too surprising because like he's a main character and main characters do like things that no one else can do all the time. But yeah, I was always there was it's like I thought there was going to be more. If that makes any sense.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm about to set a record. A PB, if you will.
What is a PV?
Personal best.
Personal. Oh, I thought you said V, like Vendetta. And I was like, what's a PV?
I tried Justin's idea of doing a hitless run, and I about lost my mind. Even the like hitless asterisk run, where I just like only care about defeating the boss hitless. But I did it for the grafted scion. And I hit the tree sentinel and I was like, kill me. I was fighting the tree sentinel digger and I was thinking, okay, later on there's a tree sentinel that shoots fireballs and like hits you with lightning attacks and like AoE lightning attacks from a distance. And essentially I won't be any like no amount of equipment upgrades or anything will make that better for me when I'm trying to be hitless. Like right now is the best I can be other than just by like, becoming more skilled. And I'm losing my mind against the regular ass tree sentinel that doesn't have any ranged attacks and whose moves are very telegraphed. So I was like, I'm gonna table that idea. But now I am implementing my new pathing for the Deathless run. I don't remember where to get. I'm probably gonna skip. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna have to look up where all the whatchamacallits are. The bell bearings. Yeah, that's what they are. I have to look up where all the bell bearings are. So I only remember the one in the Altus Plateau. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I guess the one in the Altus Plateau is the only one I actually need. Because that's the only one that, like, is locked behind a boss. Or the smithing stones are locked behind a boss. Which is why I need the bell bearing. I think I need to find out, though, whether you can just, like, sneak through Fort Faroth. Or, like, run past all the enemies in Fort Faroth. Oh shit. Because if you can, I think that's my best bet. I don't want to have to fight Magma Worm Makar. With no equipment. Or, poor equipment. And poor levels, more importantly. Honestly, though, Digger, if I pick up if I pick up the bell bearing that lets you buy smithing stone, smithing stone 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, then I can like skip all the running around on my horse that I have to do. But that means I have to buy the smithing stones, which means I need more souls. So I don't know if it'll actually end up being better. And I think at least one of the bell bearings is locked behind a boss. You know, it's one of the shitty like, you know, mine or cave boss is, but still, you know, since the plan is to be as low level and low equipment as possible when I get to it, that might be tricky. What do you think?
You have way more of a handle on Elden Ring than I do, so I can't really give you much advice.
Well, I saw something online, which I don't know if it's true or not. A lot of people were saying it, but I felt like maybe that was one of those, like, they're just fucking with people kind of things, you know, like, someone said it, and then a lot of people were just like, oh, it'd be funny if I go along with it kind of thing. But some people were saying that if someone appraises your message that you leave with the, you know, tarnished finger, uh, you like get a health boost from that.
No. That feels like BS.
It does feel like BS. But so many people were saying it that I was, you know, my skepticism waned a bit. I guess it's not that so many people said it, it's that so many people said it and I didn't see anyone saying, actually, that's not true. You know, I felt like someone should have been out there saying, hey, they're bullshitting you. Although this is the Dark Souls community, so. I saw a, are you familiar with the sub, Peter Explains the Joke?
No. I assume it's related to Family Guy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the point is you post like a meme or something where you know, and people will explain what it means if you don't have the context or whatever to understand it, or you don't get it, and it's just dressed up in a like, you know, people make their responses as though they are, you know, Peter Griffin or other Family Guy characters. They say, "Hey, Peter here." I don't know why.
Yeah, I feel
case.
like the fact that they are playing Family Guy to explain this makes me a little bit like confused.
Oh, actually, hold on.
With
I
that
do remember
aspect.
why, because I saw the explanation once. So I guess the guy who made the sub originally, his username was like Peter Griffin or some, you know, some derivative, and his picture was Peter Griffin.
Okay.
So that's the origin, and then he's no longer. I guess he's no longer the, you know,
That's
the source, but the name of the sub stuck. Okay. Anyway, what the fuck was I? I was I was thinking about the Dark Souls community. Someone posted a like an Elden Ring meme. I don't remember what the meme was exactly, but it was referring to like there was like a message. You know, one of the Dark Souls messages, and someone was like, I don't understand what is this trying to tell me? And like 95% of all responses were just people saying, try finger, butthole, or you know, posting a picture of a turtle saying, look, dog. Like, it was, there was a lot of people who said, you don't have the right, oh, you don't have the right, therefore, you don't have the right, oh, you don't have the right. We have
would you say that Dark Souls fandom is about the least helpful of all the fandoms? in terms of helping somebody solve like an issue.
I mean, maybe not the least helpful, but it's certainly
It's up
not
there.
great. Like, it's very funny the way that they implemented the message system. Probably, I mean, probably a good way to implement it so that they don't like have to, worry about censoring stuff. But
But
definitely
it
gave
still has
rise
its
to
issues.
it definitely gave rise to a very funny, you know, community, and often, like you say, often unhelpful. I'd say a good half of the messages I see are liar ahead, or you know, or the liar saying, there's a hidden wall. Or someone saying, try jumping at the edge of a cliff that you clearly could not jump off of. If I don't need to kill Magma Worm Makar, if I can get uh, the other half of the medallion, then that would lend support for me just getting the bell bearing that lets you buy smithing stone 4s. Because then I wouldn't have to go into the cliff at all. Not that it takes that long, but you know. The only problem there again is I would then have to spend a bunch of runes on smithing stones that I could otherwise spend on more health or whatever. Definitely need to investigate Fort Faroth. I saw a guy go through it in like a challenge video. I don't remember what the challenge was, but I saw him like trying to sneak through it. I think, at some point he managed it, but might be one of those things where it's just way more difficult than it's worth. And if I go into Faroth, at this level, and I mess up my stealth in any way, I'm just fucked. It's wild to me, Digger, the the miner's bell bearing or whatever, number 4, the one that lets you buy a smithing stone 5 and 6. It's wild to me that it's in a cave in the Altus Plateau, like right at the beginning of the cave. You don't even have to go, through the mine.
How it be. Sometimes they're nice to us.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like you would never know it's there. I mean, it's one of 50 caves in the Altus Plateau. And if you get into the cave, it's behind a illusory wall, I believe. Although it might be one of those ones that's kind of obvious. But I guess it's like it's not. It's easily obtainable if you look it up. But it feels like I think um, the other smithing stone bell bearings are like located later than where they're useful, or I guess later than where they'd be very useful. You know, like they're in the zone after the zone that has a bunch of the smithing stones just laying around. You know, so it's more like oh, you didn't get quite as many as you needed, you can buy a few extra, rather than, you know, you can just purchase all 12 of them you need to upgrade your weapon. Or for the Altus Plateau, no. Digger. I have the wicked music stuck in my head for a month.
That'll be. That's a greatness.
Have you seen it, Digger?
I saw the original play when I was a kid.
Not gonna see the movie?
Eventually. Little rush.
I gotta say it's pretty good. I don't, weirdly, I don't know how I felt about Jeff Goldblum as the wizard.
Did he say, life, or what is it? Life finds a way?
Not quite. You know, I told you I loved him as evil Zeus
And
in
Zeus.
Chaos. And I liked him as the Grandmaster, whatever, and I think
Thor.
I well like his evil characters. However, it now feels like he just only plays a evil character who's kind of, you know,
Zany.
zany, yeah.
What are you trying to
And
start?
also, you know, by all appearances, he cannot sing. He does only have like his song is like 3 lines long or something, so it's not too bad. But I fucking loved God, who is it? The woman from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah, Michelle Yeoh. She was great. But I'll tell you what, Digger. They just reveal in the trailer. I just watched the trailer, and they just reveal right in the trailer that Michelle Yeoh and the wizard are
In cahoots.
the bad guys. Yeah, like I know it's a 20-year-old play based off a like 40-year-old book.
Hello, it's rather.
Based
But-
off a book?
Could I ask
Yeah.
that thug
I did not know that. The more you know.
What a blessing.
That book
Thug
itself
she
being
is.
based off a like 100-year-old book series. Which I imagine it doesn't.
Sorry. Like, you're talking about the original Wizard of Oz book.
Breaking this barrier.
What? No.
Or did somebody write an actual,
There is a
like,
book. Wicked is a book. The play
Interesting,
is
okay.
based off the book Wicked. Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Anyway, so like I say, I know it's a very, old story, but it just feels weird that they put the big reveal that happens at the end of the movie. They put it right in the trailer.
Good thing I didn't see the trailer. I'll be surprised.
Loathing, unadulterated loathing for your looks, your voice, your clothing.
God, Shadow, I'm playing Balatro and I'm fucking rolling in the dough.
Oh shit, digger, no. Fuck me.
What?
Oh, I'm an idiot. I was just jumping around on my horse, like, not really doing anything. I forgot I was, like, trying to do a speed run, trying to set my personal best record. What is this feeling, sudden as a flame? Does it have a name? Yes, yes. Loathing, unadulterated loathing. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go into this tunnel. Actually, I don't remember what smithing stone is in this tunnel. You know what? This is probably a bad idea. I haven't upgraded my sword at all. I'll unlock the tunnel and then we'll come back and see.
Shadow, I currently have nearly $200 in Balatro,
Woo!
which is a lot, because usually the max that I get to is like 60.
I think you mean Balatro bucks.
Yeah, of course, yes, the Balatro bucks.
Loathing, unadulterated loathing. Oh boy, I am not equipped for this. Okay, we're leaving. We're leaving. I've ruined my personal best record. But we're setting a we're setting a new course here anyway, so it would have been hard to judge. I mean, I guess the real goal is to get farther than I got in my last game. Or, as far as I got in my last game in, less time. Which I think we'll see. I might be doing. We got a lot of content to get through before I can say that.
Forgive me to determine if you had. It seems torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering. Very well. Let my hand.
Read my name, isn't this the round table?
God, I just came to this place called the Round Table Hold. There's a bunch of random ass people sitting around. There's a giant table with a bunch of giant swords. I guess it's a large table. I wouldn't call it a giant table, I guess. So it's a large table with a bunch of giant swords sticking out of it. And I'm missing a smithing stone 1. God damn it. Loathing, unadulterated loathing. I wish it hadn't been a week.
What do you mean?
I mean, I wish I hadn't had to wait a week to do my next Elden Ring run. You know, I
Oh, you
finished the
mean
last
to
one like
go
on
on?
Sunday evening, and I had a
Oh,
plan.
wait. So you just came back from?
Yeah. So I finished it on Sunday evening, and I had like this whole new route planned out in my head, and now I don't really remember. I mean, I remember the basics. I'm gonna get to Alta's Plateau basically immediately, whether that's by killing Makar or getting the other half of the Dexus medallion. And I'm gonna get the Nabka or Nagakiba, Nakabaka. That's not right. The sword that starts on N from Bloody Finger Hunter dude, but I don't remember how that is accomplished. You have to progress his quest line, but I don't remember what I need to do.
Just hit him real hard.
So now I'm gonna have to look it up. And I don't remember where all the correct smithing stone bell bearings are. Just annoying. If I progress to the snowfield, I'll get him. But obviously I can't do that because the whole point is to get the Nagakiba before. Oh shit, you know what, Digger? I remember now. I do need the smithing stone bell bearings because I have to upgrade the Nagakiba and I don't have it yet. So I have to use these smithing stones on my Uchigatana. And then when I get the Nagakiba soon, I'll need to then pivot to that. So I'm going to need. Let me look up the Nagakiba. It is called the Nagakiba. Mm, you know, I can get it just by killing Bloody Finger Hunter Yura. I don't really want to do that. Let me look at this quest. I have to be invaded by Bloody Finger Neregus. From the main academy, Site of Grace. Travel north. Enter his world and defeat Bloody Finger Raven Mount Assassin. If defeated, you will get Ash of War, Raptor of the Mist. Oh, he gives out a Smithing Stone 5. Ah, he's found at the Second Church of America on the Altus Plateau. Okay. I have to get to the Altus Plateau before I can get the Nagakiba. Sadly.
You surprised no matter. Why don't? Oh, don't.
We're back on track, Digger. We got this.
Well, I took you no man to lay out your own.
So, Shadow, give me your theories about Roshar.
My theories about Roshar, huh?
Yeah.
Hard to say. I don't think I have any theories. It feels like at this point, a lot of the a lot of the reveals are just impossible to guess. Like you can only learn about it by them telling you. Like the fact that Stormlight responds to, you know, the tone of honor or whatever. Like each light has its own tone, and each tone has its own rhythm that goes along with it. All that stuff is like, I don't think anyone could have. I mean, I guess maybe you could have, because they talk about rhythms a lot. You could have been like, there's probably something to that, something related, but like, there's just not enough actual information to. I think the big obvious one that I've already heard about, obviously, is that humans are not native to Roshar. That the humans were the invaders. And I did not predict that. I probably should have. It seems very obvious in hindsight. But I guess I was led astray by kind of the whole like I knew the bigger details of the Cosmere, like, if I died as fucking horseman, I'll kill myself, metaphorically. I knew the bigger details, about there being like, several planets and mini gods and Adonalsium, and then at some point a group of humans and dragons got together and killed Adonalsium, and all this stuff. Like, so it didn't seem, I guess it didn't seem strange that humans were clearly not, native to the planet, since everything else is crustacean based. Or rather,
one thing I find odd about, like, the planet is the idea that, Stormfather, the Stormfather was created by honor.
Uh-huh.
And honor came to the planet later. And it's kind of explained that it was over, like, Adonalsium was shattered like 10,000 years ago or something like that. So at some point he created honor within the last 10,000 years. How would the plant life adapt in that time? Or how would life in general adapt in that time to there just being a Stormfather? That is not a long time to adapt.
Um,
Like 10,000 years in the grand scheme is not a very long time to. I mean, unless honor,
I
and
mean,
this is not something that's
cultivation.
explained in like the series. It's just like my own personal thing of like how exactly did like the Chulls become a thing and like the chasm fiends and everything, because it's like, you know, seemingly it's a normal ass planet. Honor throws in the Stormfather.
Can you hear me?
I
Help!
don't know what changes he made outside of that. Like I don't know if he created
And I'll
the
pop and tell
system,
it. Give it your all.
but it's like,
I'll pop clean.
would he change it if there's
I'll pop
already
clean.
people like the singers there who, you know, have were there before them?
Oh shit, Digger! It's the year of our Lord 2025.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, did
I doesn't.
maybe the storm existed before? Like, and he just gave it a spin and infused it with, stormlight? I don't know.
Maybe.
Because, like, the singers get their forms by going into the storm. Like, even their normal ass forms. So, like, how would, you know. Then again, maybe that wasn't always the case.
Yeah, I was like, maybe it's something that was lost to time. Like in the past. Because did Vinley get timber in the storm?
I don't remember if it ever. I don't remember if it showed that part. Maybe.
And do they go in storm just because it's essentially like a ritual, like it's a tradition?
I don't think so. I think they have to be in
Because
the storm. I couldn't tell you why.
do you think it's like they need the power of stormlight to, you know, catalyze the change?
Well, I mean, maybe. But they also, life sprint, which I presume is from cultivation. They call it life light. So life sprint, they also need the storm for. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, honestly, maybe it didn't adapt in 10,000 years or whatever. Maybe honor and cultivation showed up and then, changed it.
Could be true.
I mean, maybe there were already a bunch of crustaceans there just by coincidence or just by like, you know, that's just the way life evolved on that planet. And then honor and cultivation came around and we're like, okay, we'll have a storm, you know, or honor has a storm. Honestly, holy Jesus Christ. I forgot to put any levels into vitality before I came here. And that is all my. Well, Digger, this may be the end. I shouldn't have doubted myself. Yeah, fuck you, Anastasia, Tarna's Digger. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. My best guess is that Roshar was already pretty much how it is now, and Honor and Cultivation showed up and just kind of within the gist of the same system they
It's like that's what I would
did
assume, but
things.
it's also odd that I feel like the idea of Roshar's ecology is based around the idea that the Stormfather was always there.
I mean, the plants, yes, the plants fit that. I mean, there's no reason there couldn't be a whole ass planet full of crustaceans without storms.
Yes, that's true.
So I don't know. Sudden yeah. Tough to say, tough to say. And you know what? Honestly, this might be one of those things where, like, no matter how detailed Brandon Sanderson's notes were,
Some things just slip by.
yeah, some things like there's really no good explanation for. Maybe he's written himself into a corner, in the first book, and we're just kind of hand waving away the explanation for the ecology. Honestly, I might just go straight to Fort Faroth and give it a whirl. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Digger, I might
Adam,
just...
I believe in you.
I'm just gonna call it a test run. This is a fact-finding mission that will not count. I mean, not now, obviously, because I'm still not there yet. Any deaths on the way there count, obviously, but once I get there, I'm just gonna put the Deathless run on pause while I just do some investigative journalism. Reels Dragon Barrow. I tell you, Digger, I spent like 10 minutes killing that dragon. It only gave me like 90,000 souls or something like that. Which honestly, at this point, probably worth it. But at that time, it did not feel worth it. It's still wild to me, Digger, that they chose to put a giant, like, lava wall across half this, zone, and it just doesn't even injure you when you touch it. and
Just
it's
how it be.
and you can just hop right over it with a horse or on foot most of the time in most places. Like, what's the point? I don't get it. Okay, so right now we're on pause. This is a pause time. No deaths will count while I'm testing Fort Feroth. It's gonna run straight through it. And honestly, so far so good. You know what, Digger? Oh, are they following me? Are they following me? They're not following me. Digger? Okay. You heard it here first, Digger. You can just walk right through Fort Feroth. Easy peasy. And then I can just teleport out. Holy shit. I mean, it's not like I don't have to kill Magma Worm Makar at some point anyway. But that just feels...
You know what? I just sent real quick shout out. I just sent a GIF into the group chat. Um, and if people don't understand that that GIF is a clip from the song or from the music video of This is America, then they might find my GIF to be problematic. As if I'm, insinuating something about the population around Noah.
Around Noah.
Yeah, if you read his text.
Well, hold on, I'm killing a pumpkin head right now. All right. Let's see what Noah said. Oh, what the fuck? Holy shit. Thought I was safe out here. Okay. Ah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Chad, I want you to know I disavow Digger and all he stands for.
And because I doubt Eloise has seen the music video for America, I have a feeling my jokes from last night, she's gonna assume what I'm saying.
I
And she's gonna
mean,
be wrong, but,
I haven't seen it, but I know I've seen enough to know that's what it is. I'm sure. I mean, she's dialed in. She's somewhat dialed in.
Shadow, she said her favorite book was The Iliad. How dialed in can you be when one of your favorite pieces of literature is like thousands of years old?
She said
And
that
you're
was
like,
one of her
that's
favorites. She didn't say she didn't read modern ones or watch
that's
music videos.
the back when times
She
were
doesn't
good.
have any ancient Greek music videos to watch, so all her music videos are from the time when
Of course.
this one came out. Eloise, if you ever watch this, please text us and let us know if you are familiar with the "This Is America" video and recognize this as
But you're slipping up,
the image.
slipping up. America. Guns in my area.
God, I can't believe all the times I was like, okay, gotta kill Makar to get to the plateau. and you can just run right past. You know, I bet that's one of those things where like it's an RNG thing. Like, you know, the enemies could have woken up faster, or you know, the mother bats could have chosen to do a sonic attack immediately instead of poisoning, and thus killed me instantly, or something like that. Probably don't want to rely on that as a method. Honestly, should I just go straight to the plateau?
Just do it, baby.
Where do I get hold on. I gotta look up where I get smithing stones.
Stop me now.
Smithing stone 4.
Stop me. Stop having a good time. Having a good time.
Smithing stone 4. The smithing stone bell bearing. Which one? Which one?
I am the lost of a rabbit.
Don't stop me. Oh, of course.
Nothing. 200 degrees, that's right.
Smithing stone miner's bell bearing 2, which is found. The sealed tunnel. Sealed tunnel is in. Oh shit. Oh digger. Oh shit. Oh fuck me. Am I the world's biggest dunce? Oh, digger. That smithing stone miner's bell bearing that I said was so easy to get, and you can get it right at the beginning of the Altus Plateau. That's the one that gives you digger. That is not the right one. Okay. 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 Digger?
Oh, Shadow.
Yep.
There is a combo that I can pull off here. If I just get one more card, the likelihood of me getting, I don't know, but
Digger, digger, digger. I cannot get this smithing stone 6 bell bearing until I go through the capital, which is what, you know, which was the whole point of this maneuver. Was to avoid, you know, was to be able to upgrade before I even get to the capital. I can at least get the Nerigis. Not the, sorry, not the Nerigis. Get the Nagakiba. Unadulterated loading. Digger, my plan is in tatters.
Just now, I'm your tarnish. You stay the part. Just remember, tell me your more.
Digger, I got a shiny party hat Raticate and a shiny party hat Wabuffet in the last 2 days. All my coin. Buddy, I don't have coin. I have runes. Did you want my runes? Okay, you guys learn how to use this shield.
Wait, please! I surrender! White flag and all!
You know what I did not acquire, Digger, was any shiny Pikachus.
I knew you would. You're a man of reason.
I did get a bunch of Jigglypuffs. Bunch of costume Jigglypuffs. Like,
It's unfortunate.
well, I did need one, at least. So now I got the one I needed, and then I got, you know, multiple for, you know, for trades.
I'm back tarnished, like only for now. In exchange for honestly, frankly.
So there is some good news. Isn't it fucking annoying that you have to leave Murkwater Cave and then come back for Patches' shop to be enabled? Why can't they just let you use it immediately? Alright, gonna snag myself a Nagakiba. I'll tell you though, I don't know because I've been here a lot and I don't remember ever seeing the summon sign. Like I always go down this path. And yet, there it is. Maybe I'm just not always doing it in the right order. I don't know, but here it is. So
Shadow,
I'll do this.
have you seen the holdovers?
The holdovers doesn't sound familiar.
It is the movie that Paul Giamatti, I believe, got nominated for an Oscar for.
An Oscar, you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna peep it real quick. I believe he was nominated for an Oscar for it.
I do like Paul Giamatti.
Let's see. He was nominated but didn't win. Wow, he was nominated for 5 Oscars. For editing, screenplay, lead actor, supporting actress, and then best motion picture. Essentially, the premise of it is there is a disgruntled teacher at an
Here's a token of
I assume it is an elite boarding school, or at least it is a boarding school for wealthy people. Um, and during the Christmas break, there are a few kids that you know don't go home, and I believe pretty much all the kids but one eventually get like some type of ride out of there to go home and see their family. And the gist of the story is the disgruntled professor, the troublemaker kid, and a lunch lady who I guess recently lost her son in Vietnam, all kind of come together to celebrate Christmas.
It does sound familiar. I definitely haven't seen it, but I think I saw the trailer or something.
Shadow, they fucking did the old timey trailer for it. Like, I guess they shot the movie on film. Um, and then for the trailer, they had like the old timey, like 1990s voiceover guy. And it's like Paul Giamatti, stars in The Holdovers. And you're like, yo, if you watch the trailer, they perfectly encapsulate what a 90s movie trailer was.
It's actually been a very long time since I've gone up this path. Better watch out for catapults or ballista. I know they've got them. I think I can go up the side though. Yeah. And just like that, Digger, I've reached the Altus Plateau with killing 0 bosses.
So, Shadow, do you have you ever heard of Nardwar?
Have you heard of what?
Nardwar.
Doesn't sound familiar. Shit, I need the map. I need the map.
So, Nardwar is a kind of niche, but also pretty popular. It's odd. It's like a lot of his videos get hundreds of thousands, if not like over 1 million views on YouTube. And like a lot of big music fans know him. Like Nardwar and Anthony Fantano are kind of like the two music nerds that a lot of music nerds know. Like Anthony Fantano does a lot of music reviews, and he has a very particular style of how he reviews stuff, and he's like comedic in how he does it. And he's created a decent following. And then Nardwuar is like a super earnest, odd, goofy dude who interviews musicians. And he does like really in-depth research where he finds out like, oh, when they were in 7th grade, they created a band with 2 of their friends and they named it Punk Hammer. And then they changed the name to, Rabid Hamsters. And then they broke up and then they got back together as a group in, juniors in high school. And then it fizzled out again. And then they went solo for their career. And it's like he somehow gets in contact with all of their closest friends and family to find out these weird niche details about their life. And very often he like prompts the question with like a name or a place or an address or even like a date that it happened on. And they're always like, when was that? Who was that? And then he finishes it off with the rest of the question and they're like, how the fuck did you find that out about me? But Nardwuar is a very goofy dude who I believe originally was a like college radio host in Canada and originally found like his 5 minutes of fame, or I guess 15 minutes of fame, when he asked a question to a politician, because I assume Nardwuar is liberal from what the question was. But honestly, I can't remember the specifics about the question. But he like hits the politician with a question, and the politician just like makes fun of how he's dressed and how he talks. And I was like, wow, what a fucking piece of shit.
Oh.
But this is all a long-winded tangent to say that Nardwuar did an interview with Timothy Chalamet. And you say, well, Timothy Chalamet isn't a musician. And I think he may have made music in the past. I'm not 100% sure. Not like released it widely, but I think he might have created a band when he was younger. He is an odd, very like normal past for somebody as famous as he is now. Or at least he did like very generic things. Like the classic thing that people joke about with Timothy Chalamet is that he had a YouTube channel in high school about how to fix Xbox controllers.
Doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, but Timothy Chalamet is in a new movie about Bob Dylan, where he plays Bob Dylan. And Nardwuar did a 40-minute long interview with Timothy Chalamet. And Timothy Chalamet, I guess, really likes Nardwuar. And he's also just an absurdly odd and goofy person. But I don't know, they just fed off each other. It was really odd. Like at one point he said something about how apparently Timothy Chalamet popped in on like a high school that was doing a play in town and he went to like the town that Bob Dylan grew up in, and he went to surprise some of the theater kids at one of the high schools, and he was like, yeah, I got in there and I got to sit in this cool seat. They said that it was the one seat in the theater that apparently something fell from the ceiling and killed a guy who was sitting in it. They told me I shouldn't sit there. And then he just continued on talking about meeting the kids, and I was like, what a fucking weird tangent.
Well, I got to the Second Church of America, and Bloody Finger Hunter Ura was nowhere to be found. My hope is that because there was like some kind of invader or non-respawning enemy there, hoping that if I just come back, he'll be there.
Shadow, have you ever seen the TED Ed videos?
Uh, no.
It's like TED Talk educational videos. They're primarily just like riddles and like
Oh,
philosophy things and
yeah. I mean,
stuff
I've
like that.
seen some of them.
There's one that says, "Can you solve the wizard standoff riddle?" So I'm about to listen to it and see what it's about.
You gotta ask the wizard whether the other wizard would tell you to go to the left door or the right door.
Yeah, you have to ask which wizard would lie to me.
At least I think this is a non-respawning enemy. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever actually come back here. Yeah, Bloody Finger Hunter Ura just isn't. He's not in the church. At least not to my eye. Trying to look in the corners and see if he's like leaning up against a wall somewhere or something. Fuck me. I've done a lot of work to get here. Okay, let's take a look at the map. Still at Rea Lucaria. Yes, he is. I mean, I talked to him afterwards.
That bloody finger was a thorn in my side. Here's a token of thanks. I may not have much. I'm dying to see.
Okay, he just repeated the same dialogue.
Yes, I've been. She is the deadliest, but in spite of if she
Oh,
comes, there is no shame. Be on your way. Perhaps, sweet one.
okay, he had more dialogue. Let's try that again. We'll streamline this process a little bit more in the later runs. There's a bit of a learning curve right now for the new route. Oh, Yura, what are you doing down there? I'll be honest, buddy, you're not looking so hot.
Eleanor, but I've learned about slice leaves. Do not stay here, my bliss.
Sadness, but praise the samurai. Oh shit! Invaded by Bloody Finger. Or Eleonora Violet Bloody. Oh shit! Fuck me. Oh digger. Problem. Big problem. I did not kill this other. Honestly, I misread the. Shit. I misread the wiki. I thought I was gonna be summoned to the world of Eleonora Violet Bloodyfinger, but instead she came to my world. Holy shit! Oh, Digger. Digger, she has one of those dragon attacks. Don't like that. Wouldn't you know it? She has poison. I mean, she has bleed. Not a lot of it though, weirdly. Digger, based on the amount of health that she has lost versus me, this is not going well. Oh, okay, that was a lot. That was a little better. Well. There were a couple problems there. A, I did not know she was going to invade me. B, I relied on the fact that, I mean, I saw her use the Sonic Dragon attack twice in a row, and I assumed that was all she had. Did not expect the Flame Dragon attack.
Got flamed.
I got flamed pretty hard. Yeah. Okay, so now we know. Honestly, might be better just to kill Bloody Finger Hunter Yura instead. Because as far as I can tell, he does not have a dragon attack. And this Eleonora Bloody Finger is pretty rough. Definitely doesn't feel like someone I want to be like facing at the start of my run every time, or near the start of the run every time when I'm low leveled and whatnot. Some NPCs you can run away from though. I could just, you know, grab the Nagakiba and bounce. See if I can just outrun. Actually, let me test that. Okay, invaded by Eleonora Violet Bloody Finger. The bastard. Oof. She got me. I did say there was going to be a little bit of a learning curve. Okay, so I grab the Nagakiba, I start running. She invades. Figure out how to get down this cliff. She following me? She is following me. Oh shit. You know what? It might be that the only way down this cliff is to use the horse on the, you know, like the jumping zone. And you cannot equip the horse while you're being invaded.
Kayla's always time.
You cannot, equip is not the right word, but you know what I mean. Mount. You can't mount your horse while invaded. Oh shit. Well, there goes the end of my testing. I have no idea what I did, Digger, but Eleanor fell off a cliff. So I cannot,
What is it? It's a simple spell, but quite unbeatable.
quite unbreakable. I mean, if I could replicate that, but I didn't even see how it happened. I was just running away. I was on the edge of a cliff. I assume she did one of her spinning attacks and ended up spinning right off the edge. Okay, but I think that answers my question. You don't seem to be able to get off this plateau without a horse, which you cannot equip during combat. So I cannot just outrun her. And she definitely appeared to... It's a pretty small area, so I think she probably would just follow me everywhere. So it's a, you know, unrunawayable fight. Might be a way to cheese her. Like, consistently. Although, you know what? Let me try. You know what? I was totally wrong, Digger. You absolutely can just jump off the plateau. Now, I don't know how far she would follow me if I did that. But surely there's a limit. So I think this is still doable. So for tomorrow we have a path forward, Digger. Go straight to Fort Faroth. Honestly, look, Digger, look. Honestly, I don't even need to upgrade my weapon at all. I can literally go straight. Well, I have to be able to kill Patches and Bloody Finger Nerigis. But that should be no problem. Especially not with Yura helping. Oh, and I have to kill that that person that I invade in Yura's world. So I'm thinking I basically just go straight to get the Deathless medallion, you know, fight Yura, or, you know, fight with Yura, do his quest line, and then go grab the Nagakiba before I upgrade my weapon at all, and then just start the game with the Nagakiba. What do you think?
You do you. I support whatever decision you make.
Now, I will say I might want to try out Port Faroth again a couple times to make sure it's actually, you know, not RNG, which it very well could be. You gotta take the time to do the testing. It's an investment in the future. Okay, so run straight in. Go straight to the ladder. They set me, or they try to poison me. They almost succeed in poisoning me. But I got there. My only concern is the poison. I'm wondering if it might not be a trap. Like, can you? Well, no. I was gonna say, can you teleport while you're poisoned? But you definitely can. And even if you couldn't, I'm sure the poison wouldn't kill me before I ran out of Estus. I mean, kill it. I wouldn't run out of Estus before it ran out. That is. Okay, so that time it did poison me, which is fine. Yep, because I get out of combat. Holy shit, that's a long way down. Alright, Digger, I think we have a new stratagem. Go straight for the Nagakiba. Not that it's like that much better or anything. Basically the exact same stats, just has a much longer reach. Although once I get used to using it, once I get used to the longer reach, I can imagine how that's going to be helpful in fights. You know, I'll be able to, especially with my jumping attacks, I'll be able to, you know, do jumping attacks farther out. You know, which keeps me farther from the... Honestly, I kind of want to use Eleonora's Pull Blade. It's awesome. Holy shit, this is cool. Alright, Digger. It's time for me to hit the dusty road, as old Pygmy would say. Making it easy for you. See ya.